Hi there, Ed Bates here again from Kilworth Chiropractic, and welcome to part 2 in our series of videos and discussing why we get sick. So in the last video we discussed the 3 planes or the 3 worlds of existence, which are the etheric world or the world of ideas, the astral or the world of thoughts, and the corporeal or the world of things. Now you may be wondering why I'm spending so much time on this and whether it's even relevant to you and your lives. Well, I can assure you it is incredibly important and incredibly relevant. And let me show you why by describing what is really a very, very common scenario. And I'm sure when we go through it, you'll realize how common this is. So let's just say, for the sake of this discussion, that despite feeling absolutely fine and absolutely healthy, you have nothing seemingly going wrong with you, but you have to go for a routine medical for work. And whilst going through your history, it is pointed out that several members of your family died of heart disease. And as such, you are told in no uncertain terms that you are at a high risk of suffering a heart attack. Therefore, what's going to happen is you're going to need constant monitoring over the rest of your life, and more likely than not, you will probably need preventative medication in the not too distant future. Now, let's just say that you accepted that opinion, because really that is all it is. It is just someone's opinion. And you went home and you Googled heart disease. You went to the library and got out some basic medical books and read about heart disease, and then you discussed heart disease with your friends and your family. So what has happened here? Well, first of all, you have simply been given an idea of heart disease. At this stage, you don't have anything physically wrong with your heart. But the trouble is, you have decided to accept the idea, and subsequently you have brought that idea of heart disease from the etheric world or the world of ideas down into your thought world. Now, if you can remember what we talked about in the previous video, what happens to an idea that is concentrated upon and focused upon? Well, it eventually becomes a concept. And what is a concept but a fixed idea or belief that you have in your subconscious mind? And this is really important, because all concepts in your subconscious mind will manifest in the thing or the corporeal world. In other words, it's going to manifest in your body. In other words, whatever concepts or beliefs you have in your subconscious mind will materialize, whether it's actually in your body or in your life. And this is the key point. This is why this is so important. So in this case, you've concentrated upon and given energy and time and emotion to an idea of heart disease. And all that will happen in this scenario, which is all too common unfortunately, is that you will actually end up developing a heart condition. Yet, as I said in a minute, this heart condition has manifested not because of an actual physical ailment or problem, but because your thoughts and fears have created it. Now, you may be saying, but heart disease really does run in your family. Well, if that was the case, then every single member of your, what you could call it, like your genetic lineage would develop the problem at the same time or the same age. And yet that doesn't happen. You see, if something is truly genetic, then it would occur 1,000,000 times out of 1,000,000. Well, that is certainly not the case with heart disease. It's certainly not the case with cancer and so many of these so-called genetic conditions. And this is the key thing. Now, don't get me wrong. There might be a slight predisposition for you developing the certain problem. So I'm not suggesting you just shove your head in the sand. That's not what I'm saying. But if you make better choices in life and obey the natural laws of the body, namely nourishment, rest, sanitation, and movement, there is no reason why it should occur. But without a doubt, the one surefire way of you developing heart disease, or indeed any sickness or health condition, is to focus on it, worry about it, and concentrate on it. And this is the main problem with our health system, because it's not a health system. It's a disease system, because it's obsessed with diagnoses and disease. In other words, it focuses all their energy and attention on the very thing that you most want to avoid. Furthermore, a former Surgeon General of the United States of America, in other words, this is the guy who is the head of their medical system, said that 70% of all medical diagnoses were incorrect. So 7 out of 10 medical diagnoses are just someone's opinion and are incorrect. And this should come as no surprise, as a diagnosis is simply someone's opinion or idea. Why else do you go from specialist to specialist, other than to get one opinion after another, or to get a second opinion? However, importantly, as an adult, we can choose to accept or reject that idea. You certainly don't have to wear it like a badge of honor, like so many people do. Now, that said, even if you do accept the idea, you don't have to focus on it. Rather, you can focus on the positive aspect, i.e. focus on taking the appropriate steps to get healthy. In other words, rather than focusing on the condition, focus instead on the solution. Focus instead on health. Now, don't get me wrong again. I'm not saying to neglect or ignore your condition. Of course not. You need to take positive action and make better life choices. But, as I said, the one surefire way of developing any sickness or condition is to focus on it. So let me just leave you with the following thought, which is your current results are nothing more than your previous thinking. And on that note, have a great week, and we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.